What's good with y'all, and it's Runic here, and today I'm here to tell y'all what I think is the best lockdown build for all you non-legends out there, cause I swear to God, like 50% of the people I see in the park are legends now, but real talk, I think for the longest time, I thought that this build right here, let me show y'all, this build, not necessarily just the 2-way finisher, but the build that I'm showing you right now, with the 6, 18, 9, and 20, I thought this was the best build in the game for the spot up block. It's not. I'm going to be honest with you, it's not. Because what it's missing is interior defense and block. And I don't think it's worth the extra badges. Now, here's what I came up with. Is I finally realized that you kind of need ratings like that to be successful at defense. Badges aren't everything. Sure, they mean a lot, but they're not everything. So this is what I came up with for that badge spread. What I wanted to do was close shot at a 76, and then max out my driving layup and driving dunk. Reason being, you might make the case, why would you not upgrade your close shot max and then driving layup? Well, take a look. Regardless, I'll still get 4, and I'd rather have my driving layup maxed out than my close shot. That's why I go 76 on both. Shooting is very simple, except you just go until you have 16. Post fade is really not that important of an attribute to have unless you're looking for a bailout, which honestly, at that point, you're probably not going to get it regardless. So, yeah. And then your playmaking, pass accuracy up to an 80, ball handle up to a 74. And now your defense, max these all out. Max out everything you can up until block. And then you go down the defense rebounding and max that out until you can't anymore. And bring it up to a 70. So now we're sitting here. If you want, you can take this one attribute point and take it to ball handling or pass accuracy, either one. It doesn't matter. You're not going to get badges for it, but if you take it to pass accuracy, you can unlock these names: 2-way pass first point or 2-way 3-point facilitator. Now, if you want those names for your build, then you better put that pass accuracy up. All right, I promise you that. But if you take it down and move it here, look at the build names I want. Alright, so I'm gonna stick with this. My body shape is burly because it makes it look bigger. Alright, height is gonna be 6'5" because look what happens for 6'6". Okay, you lose too much for going 6'6", but I don't see enough benefit of being a 6'6" guard than there is for being a 6'5" guard. So I'm gonna go 6'5". Weight, you can make the case for the interior defense to go up, but there's just too many important things you're losing, so that's why I go down. Because you're a guard anyways. In the end, interior defense is basically just for guarding hop steps, in my opinion. That's the only reason why I have it upgraded in the first place, is for hop steps. So that's why I do this. And now my wingspan. If you go down, it'll say 2-way sharp. Alright. If you go down 1 here, it will say perimeter lock. What I want is this one right here, which is the 3-and-D point. What most of you guys will probably opt for, though, what I'd recommend, to be honest with you, is this one right here. You could go max, or you can go right here. Either one is just as good. You still get a 70 ball control, and you'll be able to maintain a high 3-pointer and just get better defense overall, which is great. That is amazing, right? But what I want to do, I want my build name, and look at this. It looks so clean to have all those 80s across the board in mid-range, 3-pointer, and block. It looks so nice to have all those 80s. Once we start doing this and this, it just gets all over the place. It doesn't look as clean. So I'm just gonna go with regular wingspan. And what I also take take note of this. At 99 overall, with a 72 ball control, you can speed boost with play take. Alright? When you pick playmaker takeover, you can speed boost theoretically, but I'm not going to do that, obviously. I'm just going to go lockdown defender. And now I'm a 3D point. You could have been a two-way sharp, or you could have been a two-way pass first point. Whoever knows, bro. Who knows? That one attribute point could change into a whole new array of names for your build, which is what's crazy about the build system this year anyways. And I just backed out of it on accident. You can see my name pop up again, 3D point. I meant to test the build. So here we are. I'll show y'all the badges real quick. I'm not gonna put too much explanation into it, alright? I'm just gonna say why I think this is my favorite badge setup, alright? You don't need more than this. You do not need more than this for finishing. You do not need more than this for shooting. Now, why I go with gold quick draw? I like it better. If you want Hall of Fame, do this, alright? Playmaking, simple. For Park, you want this so you can be a secondary ball handler because, yeah, it's just important that you can be a secondary ball handler. In Rec, you might want to opt for needle threader, but for me, I just would just stick with this. It doesn't matter for me that much. Just being a secondary ball handler is a really good trait in your build. And then for defensive, you can just have clamps Hall of Fame, and this is just bread and butter from here on out. For the Park, this is my setup. For the Park. For Rec, I'm just taking this off, going on an interceptor, and I'm going to throw it on pickpocket. Just the quad, the Fab 5. The Fab 5 defensive badges for a lockdown. Alright, this is Rec, and then this is Park. Simple. And that's the build. Easy as ever. Just the smallest changes can make your build that much better, because to be honest with you, the badges, the extra badges that the build got in the first place were already not even making that much of a difference at all. So I just took them away and then put them on the attributes instead of more badges in another category, which is perfectly fine when it comes to those attributes that I'm upgrading, because they're very important attributes compared to some other ones like defensive rebounding, which really is not that important. And that is why I think this is the true best lockdown for you non-legends. Of course, if you're a legend, make yourself a two-way finisher with the pure red pie chart. But if you're not legend, I highly recommend that you make this build, alright? Highly recommend. That is it. I'm out. Peace.